What if you could launch small groups with anyone, anytime, anywhere, 24/7? Crazy promise, but I spent the last 30 years of my life trying to figure out the most effective ways to get people into groups, keep them in groups, take them deeper in the group they're in, to be able to not just have them get in, sit and soak, but to spiritually multiply and start something new. We have cracked a code on some new ways to be able to do that. It happened, first wave happened at Saddleback when we used a connection strategy that took 10 or 1,000 people and launched an even number of groups that worked great. The host strategy took it the next level. We're messing around with some new models that actually are going to take it yet again the next level. But what we have done is not just have to wait for a campaign, not just have to wait for the fall, spring, or New Year, not just wait for the semester system to kick in where you could do sign up, out on the back patio, not just do go online and tell them to start, not just say you could, et cetera, et cetera. But what if you could do it anytime, anywhere, with anyone, 24/7, 52 weeks a year? Crazy promise. We have, I think, cracked a huge code, and I'm calling it the next step campaign strategy, where we developed a semi-custom plug-and-play 4-session, 4-volume video curriculum series that has your teaching, has your testimonies from your congregation, 20 of them, and has leader training from your people in what is a just add water, like plug and play, great video curriculum series that's out on the back table that aligns with what the senior pastors want. What are the 4 tour senior pastor next steps out of the weekend service? I'm sitting in one of the fastest growing weekend or churches in America. It's in Denver, Colorado. It's called Cherry Hills, #1 in the fastest growing 2 years ago. Other one, #2, who we've been working with, which is this year, is Gene Apple, doing a bunch of stuff with Gene. But down the street at Red Rock, they're #3 in the fastest growing. And just did a deal with John Van Pay in Texas, who was the fastest last year. So I've been doing this tour trying to figure out how are people effectively assimilating people into the life, work, and ministry of a local church. Well, without midweek services, it's really small groups. That's what all of these guys are doing. But these guys are moving a lot faster, and they're more effective in their assimilation. But in the churches we're working with, they want to go on steroids with this and have a plug-and-play curriculum strategy that you can just, we call it grab the material, gather with a friend, and start growing. And so it's more organic than the organized, that you come to growth track or you come to class. That it works well, but it moves them into that process quicker and then takes them deeper afterwards. And so we've taken the 4 big rocks that pastors want. They want their people to connect. They want their people to grow spiritually, discipleship, spiritual formation, transformation, get in the Word, start walk with God. They want them to serve, and they want them to join. And the word we're using for that is belong. So we've created 4 curriculum. 1 is a place to belong. Helps you when you kind of finally realize you want to take a step to join or to be a part of this place. How do you do that? We tell you to gather with a friend that brought you, gather with someone you brought. We challenge the entire congregation that actually is settled in and committed, and we have them go ahead and gather with those folks. It's really one step. The second step is a place to connect. This is a plug-and-play curriculum. It's a starter group series. So you could start a group outside with the people who brought you, etc. And so it's just plug and play, just add friends. It's you and who, that's what we say. 2 or more says, so you and who. This series, though, is designed to move you into and through the all 4 series to take you into the class process or your growth track or whatever your next step is. Alpha, some sort of reception or welcome center or anything, you can take them right into either one of these series in any order. It's just as effective to do what we're saying. But it'll raise up an exponential number of leaders. It'll go from 10% of your adults leading to 20% of your adults leading because it's way more effective. So it doesn't go up and down like so many semesters and campaigns do. This one goes up, down a little bit, up, down, up. So you got 4 different volumes to get them to go into and through over the course of what could be 20 weeks. We've added 2 more courses on leadership. So one's a place to belong, second's a place to serve or to connect, the other one's a place to serve. So it's a baby step on trying to discover gifts, get them in the game and even get that circle so they're serving. And whether that circle is 4 people or 14 people, doesn't matter. Then the last one is a place to connect, a place to belong, a place to grow, and now a place to go. So this one is, how do you take a next step in making a difference in the world, and with local, regional, and global kind of mindsets. So a lot of younger people want to do the go and the serve one. Other people want to get connected. They want to take that next step. And then yet other people want to start digging into the Bible. They're not ready to start sharing their feelings, etc. Others want to join, but that's the only step they're ready for at that point. So this could be completely aligned with the weekend. You could do it and let it run organically, or you could do 2 in a row and sustain more groups when you start. So we got a pilot going, and we got a bunch of churches that are in it, and then a bunch that are kind of in the queue for the next wave. We're doing fully custom editions with senior pastors in their local churches. And as I said, testimonies by your people and training by your staff. If you're interested in hearing more about this, we'd love to chat. It's such a fun initiative for me. I feel like we're on the verge of something really, really fresh and exciting for churches. So look forward to connecting. Anyway.